Hey everybody, and welcome back to Nails with Stony. Today's video, we're going to be basically doing a removal on one hand of my rubber base gel and then a fill on the other hand, which I'm using mochi gel. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video, and we just going to jump right into it. With some new clear builder gel and go in with this little cat eye that I got from Gaio. It's like a rainbow cat eye. And then if I do have time, I'm gonna go in and fix all my little lifting areas in here and do another kind of a fill kind of deal. As I can see and hear from the intro, this is the side that we're gonna be removing the rubber base from. Beetles calls it their color base. I believe it's just rubber base gel. Which is kind of like a step under, I would say, builder gel in a bottle, kind of. But anyway, you want to go in with your 5-in-1 bit, or you can use a ceramic bit. You just want to be careful because the rubber base is thinner than hard gel and poly gel, so you don't want it to like get too close to your natural nails at that point. So what I usually like to do is keep it on like a 4 RPM when I'm going around to remove, because it's a base, it's a rubber base. So I'm just going back and forth to each nail, dusting it off when I can't see it. You want to make sure you're taking your time. Yes, faster speeds do remove stuff faster, but that's also how you get the ring of fire. That's also how you get heat spikes. So you just want to really pay attention to what you're doing, especially when you're doing it on yourself, because you can feel on yourself when it's getting too hot. But when you're doing that on a client or on a customer, you're not going to feel their pain. You're just going to feel their hand move back like, that's hot, it hurts. So you want to kind of get that pressure built up, and everybody's hand's different. So you know what you can take versus what you can't, you know? So just take your time, do the removal slow. This is sped up. This is not me doing this in real time. The speeds on this thing are like 4 times the regular speed. I go very slow and take my time. This is sped up just so that this video isn't an hour and a half long for y'all. Also, I did want to jump in and say I did add the color base clear onto my natural nails after filing and dusting everything off. That was not shown on the recording, so I just wanted y'all to know that I did put something down to where the gel polish is not just straight on my natural nails. If you can avoid doing that, it'll like help give you a little bit of thickness, you know? All right, I'm gonna get back to the video. Okay, y'all, I am back. We got both layers of the builder color base. Yes, it says color base, but indeed it is clear. It's not color. I do have color base too, and other colors. But they're in the tiny bottles. I got tiny bottles. I don't know why I'm grabbing top coat. I'm ready to be done, huh? I also have my magnet from Melody Susie. This bad boy's got this magnet that makes the S. Got the T that makes the lines. And then I also have that one. That one's a little dirty. But this is the color we're going to be doing. I hope this is cat eye, because I sure did not check. The other one that looked like this was cat eye, so I assumed, okay, it is. I was like, I definitely assumed. But safe to assume that I was correct. Let me move the camera. Coming down. Okay. Just want to get a little closer. Okay, yeah. So with cat eye, you do have to do the design before you cure. Otherwise, I don't know. Some people do a base coat too. And I might do a base, yeah, because that's pretty see-through, jelly-like. Oof. Maybe. Just to be on the safe side. I can control it a little better. And this is just regular gel polish, so I don't have to worry about it being a builder gel. I mean, it will self kind of level, but I guess just for good luck there, huh? This is so much more complicated than what I make. I mean, I'm making it so much more complicated than what it actually is. I think it's just the way I'm doing them. Now I'm like, should I do I don't know, should I go with my first mine and just do yeah, I'm gonna do a base layer on all of them real quick. Okay, y'all, I kind of went a little nonverbal in that video. So basically, I'm gonna leave in the ring finger in real time. This is how slow I really am when I'm doing my nails, because you really gotta pay attention to those little cracks and crevices. You don't want to flood your cuticles, so that's why I'm using that liner brush. That usually helps me get as close as I can to the cuticles, with creating that illusion that, well, these are my natural nails, but when you're doing any enhancements, you want to make it look like it's coming out of the nail. And I did leave this little blooper in here because that's real stuff that happens when I'm doing my nails. I cannot make this shit up. Like, I mess up all the time on my nails. That one, I literally just wiped it all off and started back over, because sometimes that's what you need to do. If it's not executing how you want it to be executed, then change the way that you're doing it. Now, after I do the ring finger, I do speed it up, so that is not real time. But I left this one in there to show y'all that it's okay to make mistakes. You can wipe those mistakes off as long as you have not cured it. So if you don't like the way it looks, don't cure it if you're using gel polish. Now, nail polish, that's a different story. It's going to kind of dry on its own, and you might have to use some acetone or some nail polish remover at some point. But this is in real time. I just wanted y'all to see that mistakes do happen. People do mess up. And most of the time when you're watching a YouTube video, they're not leaving little bits like that in. So you don't know that stuff like that happens. You think, oh, she did it once and it came out perfect. No, I did that ring finger 4 times. And it still didn't look right at the end. I ended up doing 3 layers of that gel polish on there. Sometimes you are going to need a couple more layers, especially if it's that jelly-like or if you're not using a colored base down first and then doing the cat eye. But you can kind of play around with it and see if you like how it's done. If you don't, then you can do a removal and move on to the next thing, you know? Look, I'm dropping the acetone. I'm just saying, stuff happens when you're doing your nails and you just pick it back up and continue. But yeah, this is me going in like 5 times the speed to finish up putting the paint on these other fingers. So y'all can go ahead and watch that. Okay, let's go in with that third layer. And this is the one we'll do the design on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and top coat this hand, and then I do still got some time, so I probably will do the polygel hand as well, or at least get a start on it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and cure. Okay, so first things first, I'm just gonna go in with my builder base and just kind of get those spots that are bare, because gel sticks to gel, so I just need to get that on my natural nail. I had to come back in and say something. The silence was killing me, y'all. Sometimes I get so focused on doing the nails that I forget I'm supposed to be talking to y'all too. And y'all know I be baked like a baked potato in the oven when I be making these videos, because that's just me. And if you know me, y'all know Stony. You know, if you know, you know. But yeah, this part was in real time. The next part, that is sped up. Again, I do not want y'all video to be an hour and a half long. Our attention spans these days is not an hour and a half long. Sometimes I sit there and try to watch a 20-minute video. That's like a show. And I still can't get through it. If y'all can relate, comment. Comment relatable. Nah, but for real. I tried to keep myself in frame this one. I did way better. There's not a whole bunch of jumps and skips, but there are some minimal ones where, like, I just was out of frame. So I was like, you know what? We just gonna cut that out. But yeah, this part is actually sped up. So just keep that into consideration when you are doing your own nails. It's not going to take you 22 minutes to do your full set. It's going to take you a lot longer. More like 2-3 hours. But just be realistic with yourself and time yourself. If you want to get better, time each step it takes. When you're doing your prep, set a timer when you start, end it when you finish, and try to do a little bit better each time that you do it. And honestly, that's just my take on things. The more you do something, the more it becomes repetition and the easier it gets. Now, I do want to spend some time talking about this polygel, this acrogel. This is a company called Mochi Gel. They specialize in acrogel, also known as polygel. That is when they take acrylic and polygel and put them together. This product is it is soak off. So you can soak this off with acetone. You do still need to file it down like it was acrylic and stuff. But this company, they do pre-orders. So if you are going to order from this company, the realisticness of the time frame of this is about 5 to 8 weeks. Hear me out. I know that sounds like a long time. It is. But this product is worth the wait. I did all 5 fingers on this fill without curing any of them. And at the very end, all I had to do was just push a little bit of that polygel to make sure that it didn't like mess up the shape. When I tell y'all this stuff is perfect if you are a beginner into polygel, it is the truth. That stuff works wonders. And I struggled with polygel. I struggled with polygel curing. I struggled with getting it to not slide off the nail. I struggled with a lot of stuff. But with this polygel, I swear half of my problems just flew out the window. The consistency is thick enough for it to stay on the nails and for you to do all 5 fingers. To find that in a polygel is rare. So shout out to Mochi Gel. And if you haven't, please go follow them on Instagram. And just watch their growth journey. I'm telling y'all, I'm speaking into existence. They about to blow up. Like, they finna be like the Young Nails, the Valentino of polygel. Like, real shit. Like, I appreciate y'all, for real. Shout out to y'all. To the whole team. Anyways, back to the video. I just wanted to shout out Mochi Gel because I love their products. But now we are filing. We are pretty much done with this set. When you get to filing, you just like, I'm almost done. That's like my favorite part to a set is when I'm almost finished and I can see the vision that I had. Like, I can't wait for y'all to see the set that I have on right now. It's probably going to be a couple weeks before I get to editing that video. But let me tell y'all, it's cute. It's cute. But anyways, after I go in with my e-file, I do go in with a hand file just to crisp up that shape and stuff. A lot of this did get kind of pushed out, unfortunately, but this is what I got. A little cleanup. All right, y'all, it's time to top up the nails. We are at the end of the tunnel. I can see the light. I can see the light. Y'all, this set came out so cute. And I just love this color. It's almond. I feel like their nudes go with anybody's skin tone, whether you light skin, dark skin, white skin, brown skin. It's just going any of their colors. You can find a color that's gonna fit your skin tone. And your customers, if you doing other people's nails, like buy you some mochi gel. That's all I'm gonna say. But the end of this set is coming to an end. I appreciate y'all for watching. And make sure y'all stay tuned to see what I got coming. Alright, are you guys ready for the reveal? With that cat eye, just cat eye and yes. And this is mochi gel in the color almond. This stuff is so fire, y'all. Okay, how you going?